Don't you know? You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Got to your hands in the air, lift your head up high. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam? Say I can feel it. You know you can. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no, you've got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam? Say I can feel it. You know you can. I've got my groove on, and I'm ready to go. Check out my flying girl, but don't touch my radio. No. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no. Don't you know, no.
Hey! We're the hay today. Ha! Jonathan! It is not altcoin season! No! I am all in Bitcoin! What do you mean altcoin season, bro? I literally capitulated all my altcoin into Bitcoin. It is not altcoin season. It is Bitcoin season. My God, man. This guy thinks, really, there's gonna be an altcoin season? No. Do you even know about Bitcoin dominance? Do you even know about Bitcoin dominance? Freaking, he's gonna be so wrong, man. Bitcoin season, not altcoin. Yo! What's up, man? What's up, fellas? Hope everyone's good out there, man. Let's talk some good stuff today, man. We got. Yesterday was a great stream, man. I was so happy to come back yesterday and declare altcoin season, and we're off to a pretty good start. But you know, I think we got an exciting next few months ahead of us, guys. I really do. Robert, what's up, bro? He's already coming in here hot. Robert, we'll look at that in a little bit, bro. We'll look at Tama. Dude, Tama is all over Facebook. I opened up Facebook just to see what my family's doing. It's random nerds on the Facebook Reddit, or not Facebook Reddit, but the Facebook forums talking about Tama, whatever it is. Apparently it's some raccoon shit. But anyways, guys, we're going to talk about a lot of what we talked about yesterday, and just why I think timing-wise in the cycle that this is when we typically see altcoins go absolutely berserk. You may not believe it because it's been a long time since that's been the case. Like truly go berserk, where it's just an all-around altcoin run. We've kind of seen one sector go off, another sector go off, but I think it's time that we see the whole sector go off, specifically utility coins. But anyways, hope everyone's good out there today. And yeah, man, we got a shitload to talk about today. Shout out to Robert. Let's go. Dan, what's up, bro? Franco, Skillful, Wayne. Let's go, bro. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to spend too much time with Bitcoin today, guys. Obviously, I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin's my long-term hold. I'm not selling my Bitcoin. Well, not selling my Bitcoin that I plan to hodl forever. But obviously, for me right now, the focus is on altcoins. And there's a very specific reason for that. And it's kind of what we've been talking about since before Christmas. We were talking about how, well, we don't know what's going to happen until January, but when January comes around, that's when I expect altcoins to start doing very, very well. So far, that's been the case. So let's get it. Smash the likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And let's get it. I will be making a chain link video later and why I think the chain link chart looks absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, a lot of these altcoin pair charts look really, really good against Bitcoin, but I made a Crow video yesterday. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And I'll make a chain link video later today because I'm feeling kind of jolly, man. I'm feeling kind of jolly, bro. I'm feeling kind of jolly. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Bitcoin's fine, right? I mean, Bitcoin could just keep chopping sideways. And honestly, if you guys don't know why, I don't really think it matters what Bitcoin does in a sense, right? Obviously, if Bitcoin goes down, alts will go down too, but I don't think it matters too much what Bitcoin does in a sense. Obviously, it's better if Bitcoin kind of grinds up. I think that would be better for altcoins. But, you know, in general, we've kind of talked about this a few times. You know, if we go back in the past, and we look at January 2021, which is exactly 4 years ago, if you believe in the 4-year cycles, we have a lot of confluence coming up in the 4-year cycles, my guys. Right? So January 2021, we saw Bitcoin actually fall down 30%. While altcoins, if we actually go look at others, right? Others, while Bitcoin went down 30%, you actually saw altcoins go up in January, approximately, 103%, right, in January. So Bitcoin went down 30%, altcoins went up 103%. I don't think it's going to happen that way, but I do think we're at that point in the cycle where Bitcoin could just like float up, just like float. It doesn't even have to pump hard, just float. Just float, bro. Just float like this. And I think altcoins will do extremely well in that environment. If we can get Bitcoin to do something like this, that just float, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think altcoins do extremely well. And it's for many, many different reasons, man. Many, many different reasons. Danny O, we're going to look at Tama, bro. Everyone wants to look at Tama. Everyone wants to look at Sweet. Look at my altcoin. Hopefully, it's look at my altcoin season, bro. There's nothing better than look at my altcoin. Nearly nothing better, man. Like when you get this guy coming in. Look at my altcoin, bro. We don't care about Chainlink. Look at my altcoin. Look at Retardito. It's up 5% today. Look at my altcoin. When we get that guy coming in, that's the good stuff. But anyways, just to kind of recap what we've been talking about. Obviously, I have January to June marked off here, but I did mark off, remember, sell in May and go away. So if we just look at the 4-year cycle for altcoins, okay? He said spit on my altcoin. Hawk Tua on my altcoin, bro. There's too many altcoins now, man. We can't look at all of them, dude. Franco said pal. Look at my pal. Look at my pal coin. But no, if we just look at altcoins, and let's look at the altcoins in the post-election years, and they tell the same story, right? So obviously we came into January. I said, I don't know what's going to happen until January, but I expect starting in January, we're going to see altcoins start to move up. So far, we've had 3 days in January, 3 green days for altcoins. We just put in a first higher high since early December. So obviously, so far, so good. I don't think it's going to be this thing where we just instantly like rip up, like nuke up. It's probably going to be more of a grind to start out with. But if we kind of just go look at the previous cycles for all the cycle people out there, and I just have to go back to the cycles, man. The cycles just work so well, the 4-year cycles. And we just kind of go back and look at January. This green box is January to May of 2021. A lot of you guys came in the market in crypto for the first time during this period because the market was ripping up. January to May is really when you had the bulk of the gains for the altcoin market, right? You went up a little bit right here, but January 2021 to May 2021 is when you had the bulk of the gains for the altcoin market in a small 5-month period. And you definitely wanted to sell in May and go away, right? So right on January, sideways all through December. January 1st hits, you rock it up, right? We go look at 4 years prior to that, in January 2017, you can see that big correction, sideways through December. January 1st hits, you instantly rock it up. And honestly, if you just look at this chart too, most of the altcoin gains happened between January and May of 2017, right? So those 5 months, you had this move, okay? Before May came and you wanted to sell in May and go away again. This was a 70% correction right here. This was a 70% correction right here. So if the cycles are going to repeat, and they probably won't do it like exactly, it's probably going to be a little bit off. That's why I put in April, sell in May and go away. I'd prefer to rather sell a little bit early, to be honest. But if history's going to repeat, I would think that this green box is going to look something like this. Where you're going to want to take profits into like March, April, May on the way up, right? Don't wait for the exact top. Don't be the guy who sells on May 1st. Gradually take profits on the way up. I think this is how it's going to look, in my personal opinion. I don't know if it's going to be this big. I don't think it's going to be this big. But I do think we're going to get a green box in between January and May, just like we've seen in every 4-year cycle up to this point for altcoins. While Bitcoin still goes up, but it takes a little bit of a backseat to alts. You know what I'm saying? Dude, what's with all this May shit?
Seems to be bouncing back nicely on its way to a new ATH.
What's with all this Tama shit, dude?
Thanks.
Is Tama the new shill coin? It's good. Watch Tama be the next ship. And I'm just shitting on it. That's always how it works. The coin that I shit on, guys, the meme coin that I shit on always ends up being the next big thing. Because I'm horrible with memes. I'm absolutely horrible at memes. I think the one thing I'm good at is following the cycles, but the one thing I am horrible at is memes, dude. So you should probably buy. No, I'm just kidding. Don't go buy Tama. I don't even know what it is, to be quite honest. All I know it's a raccoon coin that I see all over Facebook all the time. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we put that together. We see others goes up in January to May of the post-election year. We can also see Bitcoin dominance getting absolutely rocketing down, and it's right on schedule, dude. It's right on schedule. So Bitcoin dominance puts in its first major lower high of the cycle right here, right before Christmas. And you can see Bitcoin dominance is now coming down pretty hard. And why is that? Well, we look at beginning of January, Bitcoin dominance topped out in January 2021. And we go look at beginning of January 2017, you never saw a higher point than the beginning of January, both cycles. Okay, so my thing is I don't think we go higher than where we were in the beginning of January, which was, I guess, right now, which is 58% on dominance. I do think this is going to start moving down, just like it has in every other part of the cycle. Why? Because Bitcoin dominance is just ETH Bitcoin, right? It's really all it is. It's ETH Bitcoin, dude. And ETH Bitcoin, just look at where we are in ETH Bitcoin, dude. Look at the dates. Christmas week was the low in 2016. Christmas week was the low in 2020. I'm going to guess that Christmas week was again the low in 2024, right at the trend line, right at weekly support. I think ETH Bitcoin's bottomed. I think Bitcoin dominance is topped. And I think others is going to start a uptrend.
This has been my favorite and most
over the
crypto
course.
cycle. My third but first one I've ever booked 6 figures plus of cash gains. Appreciate your wisdom / insight.
Oh shit.
Fellow Jordan here, Spelden.
Shout out to Sprite fan, dude. But yeah. So you put all those things together, guys, and I think this spells that it's time for altcoins. And you know what pains me to say that is a lot of last year I was hyping up. I mean, Bitcoin dominance is going to go up. Right? It pains me to come out and say, because I hate the word altcoin season, guys. I hate altcoin season. No, it's not that I hate altcoin season. I like altcoin season because that's when the market's the most fun. But it pains me to say altcoin season. It pains me to say it, dude. You know why? Because I'm a big Bitcoin believer. It pains me to say altcoin season. But I think when you have the charts looking like this, all right, when everything is kind of at these points where time-wise, levels-wise, all where they should be, I just think it just makes so much sense that now would be the time over the next few months that we do see that infamous altcoin season that everyone talks about, that everyone's been calling for 2 years. I think this is when we're going to get it, okay, over these next few months. And I will go down. If I am wrong, guys, I will take the L with this, okay? But I'm going to make a stand right now, and I'm going to call the true altcoin season between now and at least March. I'm going to come out and call it, bro. Doesn't mean we're going to go straight up like to the moon, dude. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get some pullbacks. You're going to get some consolidations. But I think between now and at least March, I'm going to call the altcoin season. And if I'm wrong, I'll take a giant dick up my ass. All right? You can come at me all you want. And I have fun with it, dude. I have fun with it. It is what it is, man. Sergio, what's up, dude? Is the meme coin super cycle back? I think the meme coins will have their run. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be utility coins with meme coins doing well at the end of the cycle, like the end point. Like the end point, meme coins will be like NFTs were last cycle, or like at the end, dude, memes go absolutely berserk. That's my guess. So like if you're holding memes, honestly, I think they do well, really, really good at the end, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. It is what it is, dude. Hey, yo, Ace, what's up, dude? What did I just join? You came in to party, dude. You came in to hang out on a Friday night with your boys, dude. Man, this ain't a friggin' party. Man, this is friggin' sick. You guys are friggin' sick with your altcoin seasons. There will be no altcoin seasons. Christ, man. I don't know what you guys want. How is it going to happen, dude? Where's the money going to come from? Tell me. Where's the money going to come from an altcoin season? Just tell me. If you can tell me, I might believe you. But, Christ. I'm going to put up with this freaking guy every day. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike. Woony, Mobile, Ace, Waterfly. You hanging out with George? No, I would never do that. Just kidding. I would hang out with George once. I would just to see if he's good at basketball. I kind of want to dunk on George, even though I can't dunk. But I kind of want to dunk on George on like a mini hoop. I just have this like random urge to dunk on George on a mini hoop. Imagine. I would think that would be absolutely sick. At least me personally, dude. All right, so we talked about all that. We're 15 minutes in. I explained everything we talked about the other day, or we talked about yesterday, and I'm going to make the call that that's going to be the case. Bitcoin, like we said, I just think once again it's following the cycles, guys. Right? We're slightly behind both cycles now, so my guess is though we could chop around for Bitcoin for a few more weeks, I do think Bitcoin catches up to these two previous cycles. Even though we did go a little bit lower in this 2017 cycle based on this. So we guess we could go down and sideways, I guess, for Bitcoin for a few more weeks. I do think, at least when it comes to Bitcoin, we do see higher prices just based on our simple analysis of the Bitcoin cycles and how both of these charts had the major high, right? The major high before like a 70% correction or a 50% correction on Bitcoin, 70% correction on altcoins came right here, right around the beginning of May, right? So, which is the old mantra of the sell in May and go away, okay? It's my guess is whether we stall like this one and boost up or we kind of have a more gradual like 2021, I do think somewhere in this May period, that's going to be the bigger pullback for Bitcoin. And it's going to be the same mantra of the sell in May and go away that both these cycles were in the past, right? So nothing too crazy with Bitcoin, guys. Honestly, I just think like if you kind of just look at where we're at, I said this yesterday, if I had to guess what's going to happen for Bitcoin, and we'll go back to altcoins in a second, but if I had to guess what's going to happen for Bitcoin is I just see this confluence. So we already have a big rejection at the 1618. The 1618 was a pain in the ass for about a month for us, okay? I think when we break this up, something tells me, and this is just my wild guess here, that this pi cycle top, this moving average, is going to slowly come up like this. And something tells me that Bitcoin is going to come up and hit this 2618 fib at around 156K at around the same time that the pi cycle top hits that 2618 fib. I just think the confluence is going to be perfect. And a lot of times when we hit this top of this pi cycle top indicator, we do get a bigger correction, like right here. Something tells me right around here, look at it, it's coming in right around May, bro. Look at this. If this comes up like this and Bitcoin slowly comes up like this, something tells me right around May is where we get that bigger correction on BTC. Probably right around here. That would kind of make some sense. That would be like a 35% correction, which is kind of normal. Something tells me, dude, right around there, beginning of May, we bang our head on that, and that ends up being a pullback, just like it was here, and a lot of times in the past. Here, 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 here. Before we actually broke above. The question is, do we have enough juice to break above it this cycle? I don't freaking know, but you know, at the end of the day, this is something tells me that this is going to play out. And during this part right here is where I think you're going to see just an absolute insane altcoin season during this time right here, which would be very reminiscent of this time. This time right here. If you guys remember, a lot of you guys were in the cycle or in the market at this time, right? From like January, February, March, April, May. Very reminiscent of this time right here for BTC back in 2021. I think we're going to see something similar right here. From January to May, slower grind up, right? It's not the biggest move. I mean, we're still talking about like a 60% move, but nothing too crazy. But this is when altcoins, I think, have pretty crazy runs. Just my opinion. You can shoot me if I'm wrong. It is what it is. But yeah, that's my guess. If I had to take a wild stab at the cycle guess, you know what I'm saying? If I had to take a wild stab. Oh, man. Yeah, some of you guys asked some funny questions in the pregame lobby. Someone asked, yo, Jordan, is she pregnant yet? And I said, not yet. Man, I'm feeling naughty on this Friday night, man. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling naughty, bro. I am feeling naughty. Very, very naughty. I don't know about you. I really don't. Plan B said 250K to a mil. Oof. I wouldn't bet the farm on that. I would love it. Don't get me wrong. I would love a Bitcoin with the 250K or a mil. I would not bet the farm on that, though. 110. I would not bet the farm on 250 to 1 mil. Could it happen? It could. Bitcoin always does crazier things than what you think it can do, but I would not bet the farm on 250K to 1 mil. I would always hold some Bitcoin in case it does happen. And if it does happen, you'd be a very happy man. But I wouldn't go out on a limb and say, okay, 250K to 1 mil this cycle. I think that would be pretty crazy. Who's plan A? I don't know who plan A is. Why is it plan B? Who's plan A? I don't know who plan A is. Look at Bitcoin dominance, dude. Bitcoin dominance. Dude, are we about to see, and I'm just curious, let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do you guys think we're about to see this? Let me know what you guys think. So here we are on Bitcoin dominance. That's some crazy market structure break right there, right? I mean, you had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, significant lower highs and lower lows on the weekly now. But if you look at this, do you guys think, just let me know in the chat what you think. We're about to see this. we're about to see a period like this or a period like this. Let me know what you guys think. I think the timing right now is pretty crazy. We got Trump going into office in, 17 days? When's the inauguration date? The 20th? I think the timing is pretty interesting right now for this. Pro-crypto administration coming in 17 days. We already know that Trump and his little son have been buying altcoins like Chainlink, ETH, Aave, like literally publicly. I think the timing here is pretty crazy, right? Obviously, right here it was money printing that got us up. Obviously, right here was really because it was really because the crypto market was so new. Will this one be sparked? Will this one be sparked by simply just pro-crypto in the U.S.? It's always a different reason. I don't know. There's always a different reason for it, dude. I think so. Dude, the question is, does it go all the way back down to 40%? If it did, dude, I don't even want to know what altcoins are going to do if this went back down to 40%, bro. That would be an insane move. I don't know, man. But I do think a pretty big move to the downside would make some sense. Back down to 38%, 39%. Bro. We've already seen some big altcoin moves with this just going right here. Imagine if this went all the way down here. I don't even want to fathom what would happen. But that's for a different day, I guess. That is for a different day and a different time. Fart coin to the moon? Oh no! I kicked the wire I'm not supposed to kick, dude. There's this HDMI cable. I gotta get a new HDMI cable. Every time I kick it, the screen goes off. Sometimes it doesn't come back on. This time we're good. It's back on. It's back on, man. It really is back on, dude. It's back on. All right, let's look at some of these alts, man. Enough Bitcoin talk. Enough Bitcoin dominance talk. Let's look at some of these altcoins, because I really think this is where the fun's going to be over the next few months. I still think Bitcoin will go up, but I think the fun's going to be in altcoins. Let's look at Tama. A lot of you guys have been talking about this. Dude, this has been the Facebook darling. You've had a pretty good, had a pretty big pullback actually. Damn. Dude, I remember people talking about this around Christmas. Damn! This thing dumped 80%, dude. 80% since Christmas. I guess it's recovered a little bit, but damn, bro. Rip if you bought this top candle. Absolute rip. Absolute rip. Ripped sauce. But I mean, now I guess it's fine, right? I mean, I don't know, man. The meme coins are kind of hit or miss, man. And this is why meme coins are not my specialty, man. They're not. They're so hit or miss. And sometimes the charts are like, okay, this could round out and then just make a new low. All just depends on the mind share, I guess. The chart, it's fine. But I would like to see a little bit more out of this. I don't know, man. You've had an 80% pullback. If it's going to bounce, it's going to do it. I don't know. I never really know what to think about these. But clearly, this level is of significance. The multiple rejections, then support held again. So, if you get the opportunity again, it's not a bad place to take a stab at a buy, is in this zone. If you get another opportunity. So if this does come down for a double bottom, just like it did over here, it's probably not a bad spot to buy right there. You could cut it if it breaks down for a bounce. If it breaks down, you can just cut it for a loss. You can do whatever you wanted to do. But yeah, I would say right here, you're kind of in the middle. I kind of would only want to buy if it came back down here again. Me personally. But yeah, other than that, just the thing that had a massive run, whatever this raccoon coin is. Franco wants to look at PAL. We'll look at a lot of top. Let's look at a few of the requests in the chat. Let's do some requests. Damn! Oh, shit. I was on the 4-hour, dude. Look at that recovery, dude. Look at that recovery, bro. Right into support. Look at the FUD recovery. Damn! Shit. Hey! Oh. Holy shit. Look at that recovery, though. You guys remember that massive FUD right here? That's why you don't listen to the news, dude. The news tricks you. I think even when we had this FUD down here, we marked off that this is support. Like we said, I wouldn't be selling this here. Right? This is where you're gonna buy the FUD. This is why you don't really listen to the news, man. This was a massive dump on that news, but it's fully recovered and now you're already back above. So yeah, PAL looking strong, man. Looking really, really strong. This is one I played last year. I'm not in it anymore, but I wish I was. So nice move. Nice move on PAL. This probably looks like it's going for the highs pretty damn soon. 618 fib, 57%. And then Fibonacci it, dude. Fibonacci that shit. Send that shit to the Fibonacci levels. Take profits at each Fibonacci level. 618, take profits. 1, take profits. 1618, take profits. 2618, take profits. It's take profit season on the way up here, boys. All right? It's take profit season. All right? Let's take some profits. Yeah, that's a nice chart. Let's see. So, just look at some of these other things. Let's see. Satoshi Nakamoto. If I listened to you, I would have sold my Bitcoin at 80K. I never told anyone to sell all their Bitcoin at 80K. So I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. I have no idea what you're talking about. I think we said the 5.2K theory, the 5.3 theory, or whatever it was a possible theory. So I would sell some Bitcoin at at 85K. I definitely said that. 110%. Right? And just like when we hit the bicycle top, I'll say you guys probably should sell some Bitcoin again. Honestly, if you're in from Bitcoin from the lows, I'd be selling a little Bitcoin still right now, dude. We sell on the way up. We don't sell everything, and we sell on the way up. You know what I'm saying, bro? You're going to tell me to take profits on the way up? We take profits on the way up, bro. Slow and steady wins the race. The Franco pivot is kicking in. Dude, the Franco pivot. I remember that shit. Dude, the Franco pivot, bro. That was funny back in the day. Those were some good times. Anyways, what else should we talk about? Okay, so honestly, for me, guys, I mean, we could look at USD charts all day, and I think that's fun to look at USD charts and whatnot, and you know, we could sit here and look at USD charts all day. There's obvious strong coins, CRV, Cardano, XRP. A lot of these ones are already already approaching back to their highs. Cosmos. Dude, Cosmos has the GOAT chart, dude. I'm just going to keep it 100, man. Cosmos it's been one of the worst coins this cycle, easily. I've shit on Cosmos so many times. This is the GOAT chart right here. Like, you cannot have a better chart than Cosmos. I'm just gonna put it out there, bro. Look at the Wychoff spring. Look at the retest of the two lows, and look at the reaction. Look at the reaction off the two lows. Look at it. It's beautiful. But yeah, Cosmos has the GOAT chart, USD chart. It's freaking phenomenal, man. But honestly, what gets me excited, guys, is we've talked about it a few times, and you know, I'm going to talk about it to death again. You know, we're probably just going to talk about it to death until it actually happens. But some of these Bitcoin pair charts also have these Wychoff formations, which tell me that I think altcoins in general are just going to do very, very well against Bitcoin because they're all in Wychoffs, bro. Crypto.com, Bitcoin, right? Or Crow Bitcoin or Kronos, whatever it's called now, dude. Who cares what it's called? Perfect Wychoff. I think this is going to see back to the top of the range again. Link BTC, which we're going to talk about in a video tonight. Oh my God, look at the, it's just too beautiful, man. Look at the break below the lows, the spring, the retest. Oh, I just think these are ready, dude. I think these are ready over the next few months to start seeing significant gains against BTC. I really do. Look at this. Look at this chart. You guys will like this one. Look at FET USD. Again, for like the 5th time. Low, 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 low. Dude, you came back to the bottom of the channel again. And you held it again, dude. Like, I gotta think, and this would just be the GOAT chart as well. I gotta think it just keeps crabbing along the bottom of this channel. This whole bull market's been in this channel, from the lows to the highs, the lows to the highs, to the lows. We've been holding the lows. Does this get back to the top of the channel again? Is that the cycle top? When this gets back up to the top of the channel, that would just be another GOAT chart, to be quite honest. It would be quite the GOAT. Which also says, okay, if this breaks down, that means, there is some weakness in altcoins, but it's holding again. It's holding again. So would I want to be a seller of altcoins at the bottom here? I don't think so. And I'm just looking at the charts, dude. Honestly, these are some of the weaker coins, but it's just kind of where they are. Like, even the weaker coins are at these major levels, right? Low to the high, low. Came back down to the low again. Fake false breakdown back in. But it's all these weaker charts, but honestly, I think it's going to be these coins like XRP, Crow, CRV, Chainlink. Honestly, the ones that have been showing the strength, man. As much as I might say that they're not, I just think these ones that are showing the strength are going to continue to be the coins that everyone's... Because there's a reason they had strength here. People were buying the dip on these coins, right? These coins that barely dipped, people were just buying the dip on those. I think those are going to be the stronger ones that just continue to rocket up over the next few months. I guess there could be a rotation back to memes. I just don't think it's going to be right now. Personally, it is what it is. But it is what it is. All right, enough yabbering, dude. I've been yabbering for too long already. I really have been yabbering for too long. I've been like speaking crazy shiitake mushrooms. Sweet, yeah, dude. I was actually looking for Sweet. It fell off my watch list for some reason. Dude, Sweet is a new high again? Already? Dude, what? This thing is a freaking beast. Holy shit. New high again, bro? Bang! Bang! So much for that. Good shit. Yeah, new high 2618 being tested again. Next level on Sweet. Dude, are we really going to 3618? $6.64? Shit, dude. Now, this has been one of the new coins that has done very, very well. For sure. I'm kind of waiting to see, is there going to be new coins that launch over the next few months? Because has there been any new coins that launched, guys? Because this cycle is a little bit different. And we looked at this yesterday. A lot of the new coins that pumped hard last cycle, like Solana, AVAX, Polkadot, what was some other ones? Solana, AVAX, Polkadots. What am I missing? I'm missing a new one from last cycle. Shout out to our portfolio. Shit, dude. I'm missing one. Oh, Uniswap was a new one. A lot of those came out like right as altcoin season was like, they came out like a few months before altcoin season started. And that was really the ones that like went absolutely nuclear to the upside. For like this has been kind of weird because I haven't really, and I don't know if it's just me or it's the people I follow or whatnot, but I haven't really noticed a lot of new coins that get a hype launch over the last few months. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, man. And I'm talking about, and the reason why I say that is, we look at this yesterday. I think a lot of you guys don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about right now, and that's cool. Is last cycle, Solana launched in September, was shitty for a few months, and then starting in Christmas, absolutely went nuts. Literally, just it came out Christmas, nuclear. Shit, hold on, I gotta go find the other ones. Polkadot launched in August, shitty, Christmas, nuclear. What was another one? Even Matic. I think actually Matic was in 2020. Actually, Matic was a little bit different, I guess. When did Near come out last cycle? Dude, they all came out right at that time, dude. Near October 2020. It's really around. I mean, it went up, but like in Christmas time, nuclear. So like they all came out like right at the end of 2020 is when a lot of these newer coins came out that did extreme moves. What was another one? I don't know. There's so many, dude. I think Uniswap was like mid. Dude, Uniswap came out in September 2020? Shit. Christmas time, nuclear. Dude, Christmas time. Christmas was like the gift that kept on giving, I guess. Is it going to be the same thing again? Christmas time, nuclear? Christmas time, nuclear? We'll see. I think so. Christmas time, nuclear. That's going to be our saying. Christmas time, nuclear. Let's see. Stumbledore said, Jordan, New Year Jordan. Hey, without talking no turkey jive, would you mind giving us TA on Rune? No turkey jive? It's not Thanksgiving, man. Rune. Look at how long this thing's been grinding. Look at how long this sideways period has been. It's been 14 months of sideways. Look at this. Down, you fake up to the downside, you fake down to the downside, you come back up. I don't know. Could this be forming the infamous left shoulder, head, right shoulder, the infamous inverse head and shoulders pattern? The infamous head and shoulders pattern that would get you a target of exactly the previous all-time high. Kind of fun. Kind of fun. The target of the inverse head and shoulders would get you exactly previous all-time high. It's kind of funny. We'll see. But I think that is quite a coincidence. Or maybe not. But yeah, big sell-off. Left shoulder, head. Probably forming the right shoulder now. That's my guess. Because I do think, once again, that we're heading into the altcoin season. And I do think almost all the altcoins will get runs. So something like this would make sense. In my personal opinion, something like this would make sense. People still buy VeChain? Dude, VeChain did well, dude. I want a whole VeChain. Look at that move, bro. Look at that fucking pump. I want a whole VeChain. I want a whole VeChain. Look at that, dude. It's kind of nice. Happy New Year. You're the man. Thank you, Arthur. You're the man, bro. Just stopping by. Happy Friday, man. Fridays. I love Fridays. I don't know about you guys, but Fridays are just wonderful days, man. You know, what's your guys' favorite day of the week? Saturday is my favorite day of the week, honestly. If I had to pick one day, it would probably be Saturday because it's Sunday the day after, but it's still Saturday. You know, every day is Friday for me now. Let's go, Wade. Whatever happened to VPAD? Dude, that thing should have pumped. Damn! Even this thing got a scam pump. Dude, a one-day scam pump, bro, by Crypto. You know Crypto will pump this shit up. Crypto, Lifer, Carl the Moon, all the VPAD guys. You know that was the exit pump. That was the exit pump on the VPAD. Check Costa. Dude, I don't even think Costa has a chart. Oh, it does. Damn! You know Carl the Moon. Dude, why does VPAD actually kind of look pretty good? Now, why does Costa actually look pretty good? Why does this chart actually look pretty good? Like, kind of constructive. Why does this chart need... Monday is my favorite day of the week for the degenerate stock traders. True. Why does this chart kind of look kind of constructive, actually? It kind of weirdly looks good in a sense that it's not just you're not just going straight down. You kind of got this nice range. This chart actually kind of looks kind of constructive. It's like, I don't know if I would call it Wychoff, but it's not. It's kind of constructive. But usually where you see these longer accumulations, they do break to the upside. I don't know, man. This kind of looks slightly constructive. I would have liked it better at the lows, but I don't know. Could be worse. Some sort of altcoin season's happening now. Altcoin season? I don't. Who said I didn't call altcoin season? What the hell? When did I call altcoin season? When did I call that? I would never call altcoin season. Never. I hate that word, altcoin season. You would never see me calling altcoin season. I never said that. Jordan would never say altcoin season. He only believes in Bitcoin. That is why I am all in Bitcoin. Don't put those words in his mouth. He would never say that. See? Horse guy knows I would never say that. I'm just kidding. I did make the whole... I've been talking about it for like a couple days. Or I talked about yesterday, going into Christmas. But yeah, the declaration, my altcoin season declaration has been announced. And we'll see if I'm right or wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many, many times, and I'll be wrong again many, many times. But you know, what I mean by altcoin season is that we're going to get consolidations. We're going to have red days. But all right, it's not going to be straight up. You know, we've had 3 straight green days. I know a lot of people are going to sit here and go, we should just go straight up like this now. All right, this is others. Others should just do this now. No, it's not how it's going to work. I still think, like, if we're just looking at others here, if we're just looking at the others chart, I still think it's probably going to be a little bit of a grind. Maybe we kind of consolidate, and then we go again, and then we consolidate, right? I still think it's going to be a little bit more of a grindy until then we get that bigger move up, but I still think generally if you can get through this kind of grind period, right, where you grind, you come up, you grind, which usually happens after you kind of, trying to give you guys an example here, like this, right? We're back in, early this year, altcoins hit a low, you came up, it was a grind, right? It wasn't just a straight up move, and then all of a sudden you did hit that point where then you got the big move out. It's probably going to be a little bit more of a grind, I would say, for the next couple weeks, but I do think if you got some buys in here, like if you got buys in this period here, I think you're going to be sitting pretty good, is my guess. But just be ready that if we do see this, right, and we do go up between January and May, that you're ready to sell on the way up. Don't fall for the propaganda. The propaganda will be everywhere. I'm telling you. If this does happen, there will be propaganda everywhere to make you believe that all the shit coins that you were holding will change the world. I do think some of them will. In some way, or at least one will do something someday. But there will be a lot of propaganda as this market moves up over the course of the next few months, if we do see that. Do not fall for the propaganda. Make sure you are slowly but surely celebrating, but also behind the scenes selling some of your cryptos. That's what I'll be doing. And I'll be publicly telling you guys. If this does happen, I'll be having a ton of fun, but I'll also be telling you guys that I'm publicly selling my crypto. As I'm partying, I'll be publicly selling my crypto to the noobs. Okay? You guys are like, no, don't tell them that, bro. Don't tell them that, bro. Until Coinbase is the #1 app. I'm just kidding. I won't be waiting till Coinbase is the #1 app. Coinbase gets in the top 10, warning signals fired. #1, outski. We out. Peace out. I'll catch you next year. Did I look at Bonk and Whiff? I did look at Bonk and Whiff. They had pretty good days. But everything was green today. If your coin wasn't green today, I don't know what to tell you. Shrap. If your coin wasn't green today, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Then we'll have a summer dump and come back in the fall. Exactly, Hoff. You got the game plan. It's going to be the same game plan that's been in every single post-halving year. It's been the same game plan. Same game plan, man. January to May, bullish. May, huge dump. You come back around, August. Second top. Same thing. It was the same thing in 2017. January to May, or I guess this time it was January to June was bullish. Dump until August. August you come back, you have a party until December. August you come back, you have a party till December. It really was the same shit. If this does the same thing again, I'm just gonna do this. I don't know how high this is gonna go. It's not about really how high it goes. But if this does the same thing again, or it goes up here, say it goes up here, you pull back here into, August, and then you get a secondary top here. If it does the same shit again, it would just be hilarious. And then you go into a bear, sayonara suckers. I would just think that would be absolutely hilarious. If it does the same shit. I don't know. It's not about how high these arrows go. It's more about the timing, I think. It would just be hilarious to me if we did that again. Sell in May and go away and never come back. Just kidding. You can come back if you want. You don't have to come back. If you don't want to, that's cool. Oh shit. All right, guys. I think it's actually not too much else going on right now. This Friday. I can't wait till we have like good weekends. The weekends have been kind of boring lately again. We're kind of back from the holidays. I would assume that this weekend's still going to be boring. You're probably going to have whales that are, probably took until this weekend off. I would think like the people who took like Christmas to New Year's off. The whales are probably having off until, whatever they do when they're on. They're probably off until Sunday is my guess. So I would hope by next week, maybe we can start seeing some good weekends again. It's been a while since we had like some good weekends, some good weekends. Bad, said Wayne. Lots of self-reflection over the holidays. I'm on a 5-year plan now. Intentional living with excellence every day. RJ, I freaking love it, dude. I love how you're just living with excellence. I love it, dude. Make sure you're living every day with excellence. Every day with excellence and love. Anyways. Dude, the Celtics on tonight? Let's see. Celtics schedule. Yeah, they're on an 8, baby. They're on an 8, baby. They're playing the Magic, too. It's going to be a good game. Celtics Magic, bro. When bring back morning streams? We'll bring back morning streams when the hype, when we get really hypey, bro. We're not at that hypey period yet. There's not enough to talk about for 2 streams a day yet. But when we get, we're not waiting till it's hypey to call the hype. We're calling the hype before the hype. But when the hype is here, that's when we bring back some morning streams. Right now, there's like it's still not that point where there's enough to get hyped about just yet to do the morning streams yet. As much as I would love to, and I want there to be enough hype to do too. We're not quite there yet. Something tells me by the end of this month, we'll be at that point where there's going to be a lot of hype in the market. Like, I'm talking about a lot of hype in the market. Something tells me by the end of January. It might take a little couple weeks for like people to catch on and be like, oh man, wow, what the hell, man? I thought Powell was bearish, bro. I thought Powell was bearish last FOMC, bro. You guys remember the FOMC? We're at the same price as when we were at the FOMC. When Powell was bearish. Stocks had a nice bounce today. I really don't think it matters too much. Stocks can just go sideways, honestly. As long as they don't like just absolutely puke. Get start too early, already sick of winter. Me too, dude. I'm so sick of winter. I can't wait till we have some nice weather again. I really can't. It's gonna be epic. Bitcoin to $1. Dude, Jimmy Butler on... I want Jimmy Butler... Dude, I want Jimmy Butler to go to the Wolves, bro. I think Jimmy Butler would be a perfect fit on the Timberwolves, but he's already been there and he burned the bridge. Jimmy Butler would be perfect on the Wolves. Absolutely perfect. Trade Jaden McDaniels and their little rookie point guard they got for Jimmy Butler, bro. He would be perfect on the Wolves. I think that team would be gritty and just defensively, just like absolute crazy. Bath, what's up, bro? Bath, I'm so glad to see you back, man. So glad to see you back. I really am. Right in time for altcoin season. Oh shit. We don't want Butler? Dude, I would love Butler. He's the type of guy you would want on your team, bro. Any team you're on. You would want him on your team. You know what I mean? Like, you would want him on your team. In my opinion. Anthony and Butler would mesh well. Yeah, those two would be dogs. Literally dogs. It would not be a super cycle. It would be the super cycle. I don't know, man. What is it? The Bitcoin super cycle? The meme super cycle? The altcoin super cycle? Don't you think we should try to trade Porzingis? No, dude, Porzingis is so good. I want us to just rest Porzingis to the playoffs. Just put Porzingis on the bench. Don't play him until the playoffs. And as long as he's healthy, he's the perfect fit. He's the perfect center to have on our team. He's like an upgraded Al Horford, basically. He can shoot threes. And he can defend the rim. He's like an upgraded Al Horford, as long as he's healthy. The raccoon finally took over Bass House. Damn. Was it Tama? All right, guys. I'm going to call it for the day. Going into the weekend. Probably going to be a boring weekend again, is my guess. Whales are still on vacation, dude. So, yeah, I mean, we talked about everything I thought today. I think timing-wise, we're exactly where we should be. For Bitcoin, we're exactly where we should be, and just kind of ignoring where we everything like, it's kind of ignoring everything else short term. Like, we're exactly where we should be on BTC. I think Bitcoin could probably just chop sideways actually for a few more weeks. Wouldn't shock me, but I also think that's kind of what happened last cycle around January. Whereas Bitcoin kind of didn't do anything, but altcoins performed very, very well. If you kind of look at others, once again, just remind you, if the post-election year, others from January to May was the best time, right? January to May 2017, January to May 2021, and we have entered January, where I've said since the beginning of December, I think January is when altcoins start to do extremely, extremely well. Right? I mean, they already did, but do even better. Right? So I'm out of here, guys. I may or may not do a stream tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. I do have plans in the afternoon, but if I find some time in kind of early day, I'll hop on and do a stream. If there's stuff going on, if it's boring, you won't see me till Monday, bro. All right. So I'll either see you guys tomorrow or Monday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. If I don't see you, and we'll be back on Monday to talk a little bit more other than the weekend price action. All right. Peace out. Much love. And catch you guys later. Peace.